Academics, campaigners and environmental experts are calling on all UK universities to adopt completely plant-based catering on their campuses. The Plant-Based Universities campaign published an open letter which was signed by more than 650 academics. BBC presenter and eco-activist Chris Packham has lent his support. Of course he has. This is all very strange. I thought higher education was about assembling the facts, gathering data and reaching an informed conclusion. Did these academics not see the rather distressing report suggesting that children raised on a vegan diet were on average 3 centimetres shorter than those who eat meat? The bones of vegan children were also smaller and less strong, putting them at risk of, wait for it, fractures and osteoporosis in later life. The study by University College London's Great Ormond Street Institute of Child Health said parents must be aware of the risks of vegan diets, advising that vegan children should be given vitamin B12 and vitamin D supplements to reduce potentially long-term health consequences of being on a plant-based diet. So, a diet so incredibly healthy, you need to add supplements. Welcome to the clown world. Have these academics, who are supposed to be much cleverer than you and me and better people, obviously, not reflected on the air miles intrinsically linked to a plant-based diet, with ultra-processed meat-free foods made in vast factories, packaged in plastic and shipped around the world? Did it not come to their attention that plant-based requires vast monocrop agriculture, in which millions of hectares of diverse land and the wildlife within it are sacrificed to accommodate mile after mile of corn, wheat and soy, depleting the precious and finite topsoil into the bargain? How about the growing of almonds, which requires billions of litres of water? The same goes for avocados, the mass farming of which is also linked to murderous gang warfare in places like Mexico. Meanwhile, livestock graze on natural land here in the UK without the help of billions of litres of chemical fertilisers and pesticides, which are, of course, essential to plant-based food production. Cows, sheep, goats and lamb, for example, simply poo and wee on the ground, enriching the soil and watering it at the same time. These animals consume grass, which grows freely and is inedible to humans, and they predominantly graze on land uninhabitable to us as well. And perhaps now is the moment to mention my good friend Jeremy Clarkson, in whose TV show Clarkson's Farm it was revealed that a full-size cow contains within her 1,000 portions of meat, as well as the bones, which can be ground up and used as a natural soil nutrient. Blood and other wanted tissue can be used for dog and cat food and jelly. And the hide of the animal can be used for leather. So you get a lot of bang for your buck from Daisy the cow. That's before we even get to dairy. What about the nutrient value of plant-based? Are Beyond Meat burgers and veggie sausages really going to power the intellectual demands of these young students at university, upon whose mental prowess our future success as a society relies? Good luck with that, given the fact that plant-based protein is far less bioavailable, which means it's not as easily absorbed or used by the body, as well as animal protein. Fish, meat, dairy, that is the protein gold standard, I'm afraid. So, air miles, shorter kids, inadequate nutrition, inadequate protein, pesticides, plastic packaging, fertiliser, trillions of litres of water. But it doesn't stop there, because if you go plant-based, you're going to be eating a vast amount more carbohydrates. Bread, pasta, potatoes, rice. Now, why is this a problem? Well, because excessive carbohydrate consumption can be linked directly to obesity and type 2 diabetes. And going plant-based means relying on the food industry for ultra-processed, ready-made junk. No one's got time to make a chickpea curry from scratch every day, do they? Do me a favour. It's vegan pizza, bags of chips, and vast mounds of boiled pasta all day long. Now, I've got viewers and listeners who are vegan and they love it. No problem. If that is your choice, go for it. But in time, I fear it's the authorities that will be choosing what we all eat. And it will be soya, burgers, vegan bacon, and vegetarian lasagna. Welcome to hell. We've been eating meat for millennia. And if we pursue this plant-based experiment, I predict the next generation will be sicker, fatter, more tired, and frankly, malnourished. Most vegans don't get past 6 months before giving up. There are multiple reports of irregular periods, loss of muscle mass, fatigue, and even depression from this restrictive diet. Well, of course, they can't have bacon, so naturally they're depressed. So in my view, those seeking to enforce a vegan diet on everyone are silly sausages. I've got beef with them, and frankly, they can burger off. This ideological push for plant-based is utter bollocks.